America's Sweetheart has just aired on Netflix. A lot of people have binge watched it and a lot of people have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. But before we get started, hey everyone, my name is Charlotte Scott. I hope you are having a great day, not just a good day. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. And if you don't know me, I'm from Australia and my YouTube channel covers influencers, deep dives, scammers, influencer drama, internet drama, and of course, the big wide world of DCC. I became a fan of DCC many years ago when I was watching DCC making the team on CMT over here in Australia, and I have followed them intently since. Keeping up to date on the online forums as well as Reddit and everything in between. I don't read books, I read all of this instead. I think it's because I find the whole world of DCC so fascinating because it is so different to anything we have here in Australia. And of course it's rich history and I just love it all so much. If you are into any of the things I mentioned above, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss another video from me. I have about 4 DCC videos in the works at the moment, so you don't want to miss those as soon as they come out. And if you want to keep up with me in real time, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, the exact same username, Charlotte Scott with 2 T's and an underscore at the end. So give me a follow, send me a DM, let's be friends, let's talk about everything DCC. Because of my hyperfixation, you could say, is DCC, I've obviously loved DCC for so long, and this is pretty much why I started doing videos on it, was because nobody else back home in Australia knows what I'm talking about with DCC. So having you guys like find out my channel and getting to talk about it with you guys. Again, I don't feel like I have anyone to talk to back here about it. So it's been really fun chatting with you guys so far about DCC land. And as always, I love to know what you guys are doing when watching my videos. Someone the other day said they were bleaching their hair. Someone said they were putting on makeup, getting ready to go out. So when I'm chatting to you guys, drop below what you're doing. I obviously love to see what we're doing, what we're chatting about, what we're hanging out. So if it's the AM, grab a cup of tea. If it's the PM, grab a glass of wine. And let's get into what Netflix didn't show us about America's Sweetheart Season 2. 2 things before we get into the video today. The sun is kind of setting at my house, so the lighting's gonna go in and out a little bit. I'm gonna try and change the settings as much as possible to stay the same. And the second thing is that everything in this video is alleged, my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. So do not come after me, anybody at all. Again, this is all alleged and rumors. And I'm gonna wind back the clock a little bit to pretty much the end of the first season of America's Sweetheart, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. This is to do with Victoria and her mum, Tina Katiana. As we saw in season 1, Tina Katiana and Callie Finglass had been best friends for many years. They cheered together. They had pretty much been in each other's pockets for so many years. That was the case until America's Sweethearts first aired. The general public saw how Tina was as a mother. She was very much a helicopter parent and was a very toxic mother-daughter relationship. Everybody saw that Tina was very much pushing her experiences on Victoria about what she had when she was a DCC. And everyone thought it was the best that Victoria left Dallas, Texas and got out and moved to New York City to be independent. Now, word on the street is that Tina and Callie are no longer on speaking terms, which is very sad to hear because, again, they were best friends for many years. Again, allegedly, the word on the street is Tina did confront Callie in her front lawn, and that's all I know about the situation. There was another rumor as well that Tina Katiana confronted Shandi, Amandi, and their mums because of airtime that they were supposedly getting in season 1 of American Sweethearts. This has apparently led to a cease and desist being issued, and Tina is not allowed at alumni events. Now, again, this is all rumors, but it was seen that she was not at the alumni halftime show that they usually do in, I think, October. Again, very rare because we all know that Tina was a huge DCC. She always loved catching up with her DCC sisters. So this was, again, very strange that she was not there. It was very sad to see a friendship end like that. And again, it's because apparently the way that Callie treated Victoria that was shown on the show that Tina was not happy about. So America's Sweethearts brought so much attention and publicity to the cheerleaders. More than I ever thought it could, because obviously Making the Team was a very staple show on CMT for many years, and they had a great publicity from that. But anything on Netflix just skyrockets you into the stratosphere. Like, the girls went absolutely crazy everywhere, going viral as we know. Now, the biggest talking point that came out from season 1 of America's Sweethearts was the pay. Anytime DCC posted on their socials or even Netflix, all of the comments were regarding the pay for the girls. General public telling them you should pay them more, why aren't the girls getting paid properly? Which is a 100% fair and accurate statement that this was the biggest talking point coming out of the show. Especially because we got to see a very intense behind the scenes of what the girls go through on a day-to-day basis. What I found so extremely interesting was that it was not leaked to the public at all that the girls got a 400% pay rise before the show aired. Netflix and Cowboys PR did an extremely good job to keep this under wraps because this was ultimately the talking point for season 2. Something I would love to know was which cheerleader was reporting back, taking notes from their meeting to Kelly and Judy and the Cowboys organization, especially around the walkout. Nothing is confirmed or set in stone on who that cheerleader was, and I'm not going to say my opinions on that. But if you go look at forums and Reddit posts, you will see kind of a pattern on who people think it could be because of their connection to the Cowboys organization. Now, around this situation, I just wanted to talk about Amanda, or Mandy as some people may call her. We saw a very awkward and kind of uncomfortable chat that she had with Kelly and Judy at the start of the season. And this was around her not getting picked up for jobs. She said she was putting in her availability and she was not getting picked up on jobs such as F1. And she said the girls that joined the team after her were getting picked for these roles before her, and she just wanted to see if she'd done anything wrong. This was one of the few moments of the show that I felt very uncomfortable watching, like I shouldn't be in on this conversation. Kelly then quickly turned around and listed a bunch of appearances that Amanda had been on. And I think what Amanda seems to forget with Netflix season 1 is they had a lot of kind of main characters like Reese and Anna Kate. So when they're going on public appearances, people kind of expect to see those girls over anybody else. Because at the end of the day, they are kind of the face of the brand at the moment. Whilst Amanda was really not featured at all in season 1. I mean, all you have to do is look at the follower comparison to see how many followers Reese has compared to somebody like Amanda. Before we go ahead, I want to say I am obviously 110% on board with the cheerleaders getting paid more. I really wish this was an overall thing for the NFL and that other NFL teams follow suit because, again, I've been watching this show for years. The fact that they have to go through training camp for multiple months, some NFL teams, it's literally like a 1-week audition process. So these girls should be getting paid more all the time. Judy made it very clear that she wasn't happy about girls quitting their full-time careers to follow an influencer lifestyle. And this is exactly what Amanda did. Now, Amanda was not happy that she had all this free time available and girls who had jobs were getting picked over her for appearances. But just because Amanda has free time doesn't mean that she should be getting these jobs automatically over other girls. Again, there is a lot of brand awareness that Kelly and Judy are doing when it comes to the face of DCC and the Netflix show. Now, Judy and Kelly see everything, and if they're not seeing everything, they are told everything. And I just want to preface by saying that everything is taking place in Texas. Obviously, Texas is a very red state, and there are many girls on the team who are Republican supporters. And that is totally fine. People can support whoever they please. And again, Texas is a whole different world. It is fully red down there. Now again, these girls are humans, but they do need to remember that Netflix has been on them, so everything they do is being watched extremely close by the general public. It had been revealed that Amanda was liking very racist things online towards Kamala Harris, and I'm not going to post them here. If you want to go look for them yourself, you're more than welcome to, but again, you can support a political party and not be racist towards other people. I think Kelly and Judy are very aware of this situation, and that is a reason why Amanda was not getting picked for jobs like she was expecting to. And nobody come for me, I live in Australia. I have nothing to do with the American party system. I voted for the majority here in Australia, so I'm all good. I don't need to get into American politics whatsoever. Again, liking and engaging in racist posts is really not okay for a DCC to do, especially with a very wide range of fans in the Dallas Cowboys. If I was director of PR at DCC, I would not be comfortable putting somebody in a public setting like that. People were very confused on why Amanda was treated so differently, and she was saying it was because of the pay conversation that she had with Kelly and Judy. But again, there was many girls spearheading that, such as Jada, Armani, and Megan, and none of them received any, I guess, repercussions for their actions on that. And Jada is a well-loved and respected member of the DCC, especially from Kelly and Judy. Kelly and Judy obviously know what they're doing, and they're not separating one girl out of the rest and not putting her on appearances. It has much, much more to do with the pay situation. Now for the Shandi and Katiana situation, again, I feel like this would have been so much bigger if the pay wasn't the biggest issue in DCC. But I feel like Shandi got a pretty good edit of herself given the situation. She was able to tell her story in full and be very vulnerable on camera, which I really commend her for, because that is a very brave thing to do, especially Netflix. Again, this was another one of those situations I felt very uncomfortable to watch. Her and Jalen talking on the couch together. I felt like I was intruding on like a very private conversation. So well done Netflix for, I guess, making such a brilliant show. Now Shandi very well knows that she's stuffed up and she's very remorseful for it. Comments I am seeing online, which I'm really like not into, is people saying, well, Shandi never apologized to her teammates. Again, we are seeing 7 hours of a whole year of DCC. I promise you she has apologized to her teammates, to Judy and Kelly, and to Charlotte Jones. She knows she's stuffed up. She is again super remorseful for what happened. Now, Katiana did get a chance to speak her truth as well, and what she said was very telling. She said that she never mentioned Shandi by name, but again, I don't think you really need to mention somebody by name. If you see the TikTok lives, it was very much a smoking gun on what she was talking about. And DCC had every right to suspend Shandi and every right to suspend Katiana. DCC again talks about how they are one united group and no individual is above another. And I think true intentions were told here when Katiana said she received all the responsibilities of being a group leader, but not the perks of it. In saying that, I feel like she definitely wanted Kelly and Judy to kiss the ground she walked on for being able to step up into a group leader role. Again, it's a very selfless job, and I don't think Katiana fully understood that. I think actions speak louder than words a lot of the time, and again, this is a very big sisterhood who support each other through a lot. If you go to, say, the retirement post of Jada's, you will see pretty much every single teammate has commented congratulating her on a very successful run as a DCC, where if you go to Katiana's retirement post, I think there was about 2 or 3 girls in total that have commented on her post. Again, it really speaks volumes to the whole situation and the whole, I guess, legacy she left behind. I'm not going to say who's right and wrong in this situation, but you can figure out where the loyalty stands. I think it's a real testament to Shandi to put herself out there in such a vulnerable position for everyone in the world to see and still come out on top as a grateful person. I think it's very interesting as well that Kelly and Judy could have fired Shandi or Katiana at any point. And I feel like we have to trust their judgment on this situation on why they didn't fire Shandi. And also respect that. And I feel like a lot of girls did not respect that. And again, that just showed, I guess, the whole sisterhood side of everything and how everything is not so perfect in DCC land. Shandi seems to be doing much, much better. And again, Katiana has a podcast and she said she's going to speak her side of the story very soon. So I think I'll recap that when it does come out. I feel like legacy is a very important thing to leave behind in DCC, and this year it was a very grey area on some of the girls that left. And of course Amanda, now again, Kelly did say that she had heard rumours about what Amanda was saying behind their backs on how the team needed her more than she needed the team, which is obviously a wild thing to say, and I do feel like Kelly Finglass would not say that without evidence. Again, she's not going to go to Amanda directly and tell her the source of that. But it was very telling, and I feel like that was very much the case when Amanda did a surprise retirement because she wasn't felt as valued as she really thought that she was for the team. Again, DCC is a sisterhood. It's more of what you can do for DCC, not what DCC can do for you. I feel like Katiana and Mandy did not, I guess, apply that as well as they should have. One last thing before I go, because this came out just very recently. Again, 100% alleged, fully a rumor possibly, but it has been the word on the street that Shelly, Dayton's mother, has quit DCC as an associate choreographer. Now, I totally understand where she's coming from. She has been through this with her daughter for many, many years, and she wasn't happy with how it was handled professionally, which I totally understand. She's been with the company for, I think, 30 years or so it's really sad to see that it has come to this point. But again, I really hope that she and Dayton are doing so well. I will be talking about them more in my next video on the training camp candidates that comes out in a few days, so make sure you stick around for that. Again, I just want to say everything in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, but I would love to hear your opinions on everything. Obviously, there is so much that we don't get to see on the show. And don't forget, I did do a full deep dive into the Katiana and Shandi situation. I released that before America's Sweetheart came out because there was so much information going around and it looked like it all came out to be true. So make sure you go look at that as well because there is stuff there that the Netflix show did not release. But yeah, comment below your thoughts. Have you heard anything else? Is there anything that really surprised you there? Again, I'd love to know your thoughts on everything in between, but make sure you hit that like button if you've gotten this far in the video and subscribe so you never miss another video from me. Thank you guys again so much for watching and stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, lovelies.